So check this out. This is the Umadilla House Hotel Omnibus. So when they have event days, they'll bring this out and you can go in it. It's a taxi. So this side, look at the windows. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
The other side opens. It has a door on the other end. And you can come in. It's all the way on the other end, Odie. If you stand over here, you can kind of see it through the window. If you back up and look. And then, can you see it? The window?
Yeah.
The door frame?
Yeah.
This was how they used to deliver the mail.
On the event,
And this was a mailman truck.
on event days, can you go on it?
Yes, on event days, yes, they'll let you go in that.
Including on booths?
And no, but you can't go on that. That's not a ride.
Oh.
And, oh, we got us another visitor. Oh, we have a, that's cool. That's what I was hoping to get. That's a surgeon walking down the hallway. He's thinking about the events of the day. People that made it, people that didn't. What he can do to help some people make it. That's what he's doing. And we are at, this was a surgeon's home. And this is a haunted area. Known for being haunted. That cart back there was for the fire hose.
Oh.
And has the fire hose on it. You pull it out. This is another omnibus, which means it's a taxi. So people could go in the back door of it, and it went to the Hotel Dalles. And this could fit probably 20 people. It could fit people sitting and standing.
People's Market.
Meat and delivery people's market. So they delivered meat in this. That big thing hanging up right there, that's a harness for the animals that they use to plow. Oh, and that's a hellfire right there. That would be burning. Yeah, I'm not going to say much. It's fire. Okay, and then the Bain wagon was first used as a logging wagon in Goldendale, Washington. Yeah, it was first used in Goldendale. Later, it was sold to a rancher near Wasco, 25 miles east of here, where it and 6 other wagons were connected as a train, pulled by an old Case tractor. Oh, Case was a company. Used to haul 700 sacks of grain to the warehouse in Wasco in one trip. Still later used to carry a cook shack from field to field to feed threshing crews. So they would use these wagons, they would connect them together, and they would carry food out there to the guys that were working in the fields.
These used to work in World War One, two.
Way before that. Way before World War One or Two. Then this was just a covered wagon. It could have been used for just about anything. Move families, their belongings. And normally this back fence is open. Not today. They're pretty closed up today.
Yeah.
But that was the Anderson house. It is the Anderson house. And that was where the doctor lived with his children and his wife. I think there were 4 kids. I know one was named May or Maybelle because she communicated with me. But I don't remember what the other ones' names were. And there's a barn back there and everything. I'm going to bring you guys back so you can see everything.
So this is a haunted house over there.
And there was just someone looking at us through the window. Probably people that work here. And I don't remember what that is over there. Let's go see. These are not apples.
They're crab apples.
They are crab apples, which are different.
You can't eat them.
You can.
Oh.
They're very sour.
Oh. Alright. Let me give you a try now.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hi. I don't know what this is.
Whoa, I can't.
But you can't go in it this way. That's a big ass antler. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This one is a 6-pointer.
Uh-huh.
Look, this one's a 4-pointer.
Yep.
2-pointer.
Two broken stick pointer.
That's a 5-pointer.
I believe this might be a tack house or something. I don't know.
That's a 5-pointer.
Maybe not a tack house because it's not, no doors big enough to go in and out. But come on. Yep. So the Fort Dalles Surgeon's Quarters.
Built in 1957.
Hi, how are you? Well, we live in Goldendale. I used to live here. I don't know.
Well, what I always tell folks when they get here, as part of my introduction, is we're here because this was the site of the first official U.S. military post east of the Cascades in Oregon country. It was established in 1850 by U.S. mounted riflemen who were sent here to protect settlers coming over the Oregon Trail. In the early years of the fort, there were no more than a couple of companies of men, so they built a log structure for officers' quarters and a few other buildings. But settlers kept coming and kept coming and kept coming.
Yes.
And that caused more and more hostilities with the indigenous tribes that have lived in the region forever.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1856, the Army ordered George Wright and his 9th Infantry Regiment to establish its headquarters here. And then Fort Dalles was to be the supply base for forts being built farther upriver at Walla Walla and Simcoe.
George Wright.
George Wright, Colonel Wright Elementary down there is named after him.
Okay.
So suddenly there were several hundred men here living here. There was officers' wives, there were children, there were babies being born here. And so between 1856 and 58, the Army built a bunch of new buildings, including 4 of these very fancy Gothic revival style houses for officers and their families. So there was a very large commanding officer's house, a very large quartermaster's house, a big officer's duplex out here. You can still see a little of the foundation of that duplex out where those cut trees are. Unfortunately, those houses burnt down.
They all burn up, I know.
Yeah. And by 1867, the Army had decided they didn't really need this post anymore and they'd left. So
I know a lot of houses burned up because they built the fireplaces wrong.
that's what they think happened here too, yeah. So turn of the century, the ladies of the Cirrhosis Club petitioned Congress to have this last standing house turned over to them. They opened it as a museum in 1905 and it's been a museum ever since. Their thing, if you will, was, well, let me put it this way. When they first took over, the Army had already been gone for quite a while. So there really was not a lot of Army artifacts here. So what they wanted to do was commemorate basically Oregon pioneers and settlers who come over the Oregon Trail. And so they just started taking anything and everything the local folks wanted to bring over. And that continued for 100 years or more, all through the 20th century. And for a time, it got to be where there was so much stuff piled up in here you couldn't see through the windows, and it was being called Grandma's Attic. And 25 years or more ago, the commission and some of the people that were here started saying, hey, you know, we've lost the original significance, we've lost the military history, we really need to get back to that. And so there actually at one point was talk about trying to make it look exactly the way it did when the first doctor, Dr. Brown, lived in it. That was probably never going to happen, and it didn't happen. But when I got here and started looking around, I have a background with the National Park Service. I've worked at 4 different National Park Service sites. I have a master's in history, particularly focused on 19th century. And I looked around and said, well, you know, you've got a lot of really interesting things here. If it's rearranged differently so that our interpretive focus is more on what you're talking about, the original significance of the place, that can be done. So basically everything, everywhere you see where the walls are yellow in there, everything came off the walls. all the furniture got moved into the middle of the rooms. Painter
Yeah, I
came
see.
in and
I
painted
see you
it
got a table
all,
in there and stuff.
everything.
Is that the arrowhead cabinet in there, or
Well,
is it
you
still
come
here?
up- You come in. What happened, I don't know if you remember before, but when I got here, this cabinet was
over there? Yeah,
basically blocking
side
that window.
made a U or something. Yeah.
This cabinet was here.
Right.
Shackelford desk was up against it, and there was another cabinet similar to that.
Right,
It wasn't
made a
quite-
U,
It wasn't
right.
quite that long, but it was over there.
Sure.
And then, there were wires
Brennan.
running across the floor.
Oh, it says you can touch? Okay,
Yeah,
you scared
it
me.
says it's okay. So,
Kids are good, but that scared me.
so basically, we took the one cabinet out, moved that one from there over to here, moved this one over to here.
Sure.
And
It's really nice.
The goal was, I really wanted to try to make this look like the dining room that it originally was.
Sure.
And it just so happened that we had a table that was just in storage up there at the Anderson barn. So that worked out well.
Just perfect.
That worked out well. And this actually used to be in there. And it's actually.
Yeah, there's
attached, but it
a
looks
small
like a
room, right?
cabinet.
It was a little small room and the
No, it was around the corner in here.
yeah, this is where the hair was.
It used to be right here.
You still have the hair in here.
A few of them. There's some there and some here. There was a few that we put into this area in here. You might remember there were horns up in here.
Yes,
There was 2 old gambling machines.
I don't remember those, but
They were really cool, but they just didn't have anything to do with Fort Dalles.
sure.
And the doctors actually used to treat patients in this space, and so we felt. And they had already put most of this in here, which was very cool. And so,
Oh, look. So I'm holding this thing. It's an app that pulls things up, whatever, but that's a heart. And that's a surgeon or something working there with the heart and aorta right there. It's really funny.
So, the idea here was to focus on the doctors who actually lived here. Dr. Brown, who moved in here when it first
Yeah, I love
was
that.
built, and Alden Steele, who lived here from 1863 to 67. They lived here with their families.
Joseph-
Talk
Dr.
about frontier
Joseph
medicine,
Bullock
military
Brown.
medicine.
Yes.
So again,
I love that you're doing that because when I came here, that was the thing that actually bothered me. As being a psychic, I don't know how to explain this. People don't. You may not even believe or acknowledge anything that I'm saying to you, but I've worked in surgery for 35 years, and when I was very drawn to this house, and I felt frustration from a doctor. I don't know how to explain that, but I felt frustration that, like maybe his words weren't being heard. I don't know how to explain that to you, and it doesn't matter to me if you believe me or not. I could care less. But
okay.
but the thing is that feeling that I had, that message that I was getting, it's not here. So I don't know. Something knows. Something acknowledges what you've done.
In here, again, we're just trying to get back to the original history of the fort. So everyone you see in here was stationed here at one time or another. And I'm trying to, put their
Oh, I love
individual
that.
stories up in here.
So people that are
Obviously-
connected to the property, not just random people
Yeah, I don't
and
know if you
random
remember,
photos.
There's a really nice painting, 19th century painting. It was very large. It was up here. It was Chauncey Lockwood. And it was really cool, but he had absolutely nothing to do with Fort Dalles. And
Sure.
volunteers, people that worked here told me that people would come in here and go, so was that the commander? No, he didn't have anything. So he's in storage. Jordan and Ryder up in here. People
Brennan,
that-
Brennan,
people
get off of that.
actually were
Oh, it
here.
says play me, okay.
So, yeah, that one's okay. We got, this is gonna change a little bit here shortly because there was a flag that was stored away for so long that people forgot that it was even here. And it was actually a
It didn't
very,
rot or anything? It's in good
very
shape?
large-
Wow.
It's a very large American flag that was hand sewn by ladies in the Dalles in 1868 to
Wow.
support Ulysses Grant for president.
That's
So
cool.
it's been at a conservator in Lake Oswego until just yesterday. We picked it up from her. She was done with it. It's down getting framed at Westwind. It's
Wow.
gonna go here. These are gonna get moved.
That's
probably
amazing.
here. I might move these over to here. So things are gonna move around a little bit again. I only had a few months to do all this so that we could get reopened in the spring, and there's things that I'm still hoping to do, trying to do.
Do you still have
make it
like the
better.
caskets and stuff outside that went with the wagons and
They're
everything?
still in there. Yeah, I didn't do anything down there. All my work has been in here. You can come upstairs.
Come on, boys.
A little
I
bit
don't want
up
you where I
here.
can't see you.
They're gonna be changing more.
Upstairs always seemed like a little bit of a mess to me.
Well, we're trying to fix that up a little bit. This bed actually used to be in here, but it had been shortened so that it was only about this long. And I'm told that people used to say, "Why is the bed so short? Why is the bed so short?" And so they had just taken it out of here and stored it. And I wanted to make this look more like the bedroom that it originally was.
Sure.
And
Look, guys.
This bed,
See the hay?
Yeah.
You can lay on hay.
this bed, it turns out, actually came from England in 1864 and came to Oregon in 1884. And as soon as I looked at it, I went, "That's a genuine bed," and it had the holes. I said, "That's a rope bed."
Yeah.
So we had one of our volunteers made new sideboards so that we could put it back together again.
That's awesome.
This is going to go back to St. Peter's Landmark. These two 1950s department store things are going to go.
Yeah. They're like
there's-
Sears and Roebuck.
Yeah, there's a wood dresser and mirror in the Anderson barn. It's not necessarily 19th century, but at least it kind of looks like it is.
Sure.
So it's going to be moved. That dresser's going to go here with the mirror. That cabinet's in the middle of the room there is going to come in here. So things are
Wow.
getting, worked around.
That makes me happy that I came here. I was really drawn here today, and I knew it was almost going to close. And I don't know. Something wanted me to come here today, so I came here anyway. And
There you go.
I'm delighted because this is beautiful what you've
The
done.
goal basically was try to put things together in more definitive, interpretive displays and to, get back to telling that original story of why
Sure.
this place was here and who was here.
Wow.
And, a lot of ways, the reason this fort was here was to subjugate the native tribes in the region. That's why it was put here. So, don't wanna, shy away from that, make it seem romantic,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, it is what it is, right? All right, well, come on, boys. This room looks the same pretty much, I think. How I remember it anyway. I know I have videos of when I was here, but
Yeah, there's been a lot of people who have put photos online on different review sites that I've looked at, and the place has changed over the years. Different people have had different ideas about what it should be like,
right?
and I'm sure after I go, they'll change it again.
But the idea of a museum is to demonstrate how things were at a certain time, and that's not how it was, so.
That's a weird spoon for
What?
the knife.
Oh, yeah. That's how they were. Changed a little bit since then, right?
They used to look like that. There was nothing in the middle with the fork.
Oh, they used to look like that. That's bent. It wasn't exactly like that. It looked like a fork, you know what I mean? But the little teeth are bent.
What door?
Wow. While I was looking at this photo popped up on my phone. Look. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
While I was looking at that
That looks
photo.
like Mount Hood.
It is Mount Hood.
Oh.
See? Mount Hood from the Dalles, Oregon.
Oh. It looks like it's all covered in snow.
Yeah, it might have been at the time. What?
I like a doll.
Yeah, it's called a walking doll.
Oh. Is it still walking?
And it never actually walked, but it's a walking doll. And she's very pretty. And she's old.
Yeah.
Right? Very pretty. Do you know if that photo on the wall in the bedroom of the little girl, do you know if that's Mabel?
Who?
Do you know the name of that child on that
I
photo?
don't know who that is.
All right, boys, let's go.
Be careful.
Come on, Odie. Get your hands off the wall, running.
Okay.
That's what the handrail's for. Go, man. What is your problem?
Don't fall. That's the important part.
Go. I'm glad I'm recording this because your father's not going to believe that you were terrified to go downstairs. Oh, you must have dirt in your shoes. Maybe not. Maybe that's just how it was.
Whoa.
I'm going to bring my son back. My son's out in the car, but he was in the hospital and just got out last night. And it's not a big deal. He has a